According to the Eastern Regional Police Command, it has already carried out an intensive sensitization and public education campaign for driver unions, transport operators, and the general public in the past few weeks. Based on this, the command says it is now ready to fully enforce the protocols and sanction those who flout them. The Deputy Eastern Regional Police Public Relations Officer, Sergeant Francis Gomado, who spoke to Citi News on the sidelines of a Zoom lion disinfection of 100 police stations in the region, says it is time for action.
What we did initially for the first 3-4 days was that we deploy men to the vantage points for them to educate the public. And we liaise with GPRTU, and for that matter, every station before you board a vehicle, you are in face mask. When you cross the vehicle somewhere and you get to the police checkpoint, they make sure you get it before you continue the journey. Men were dispatched to the highways to enforce the same thing, the markets and all that. So we finished with the public education, and now we move in full force to actually to enforce it.
Sergeant Francis Gomado, who indicated that the command has not recorded any case of COVID-19 among personnel, says persons on remand who have tested positive and are due to appear in court are always isolated.
They were remand prisoners that were brought in, and after dealing with them, we need to send them back, and we must do the test again. And when we did the test, it revealed that they were having COVID. So we isolate them at the cell where they were, just that we are not adding any inmates to that particular cell.
Over 80 people, including students and teaching staff, have tested positive for COVID-19 in the region as of Tuesday, February 9. Officials of the Ministry of Education on Tuesday visited the Koforidua Technical Institute, KOTEC, where some students were said to have tested positive for COVID-19. Emmanuel Echampong, who speaks for the ministry in the region, after an engagement with school authorities during his visit with the Regional Education Director, said the results of samples of students taken are yet to be received.
Come to monitor the whole thing. There is no case confirmed like COVID.
The Member of Parliament for New Jabin South, Michael Kofi Ochebefi, who is also alarmed by the spike in the region, has intensified a sensitization drive among some junior and senior high schools in the municipality.
I want you to be very serious with the protocols that Mr. President has asked us to follow. Mr. President has been addressing us from time to time, and he has said that we should make sure that we strictly adhere to 1, washing of hands with soap, physical distancing or social distancing, wearing our masks, which is very important.
In all, 100 police stations and police posts, barracks, the training school, cells, offices and police clinics in the region benefited from the third phase of the nationwide disinfection exercise. The Vector Control Manager of Zoom Lion in the region, Maxwell Agbosu, spoke to Citi News.
It's interesting working with the police institutions because of the way they relate to people when it comes to timely actions on the job. So once we relay the information to them, they open up their doors and they were available. All the assistance we needed, we truly had the assistance from them. And so when we talk of the challenges, so far we have not had any peculiar challenge that we can put our finger on as a hindrance to the exercise. So it's been going on well, and they are coordinating and cooperating with us.